there has been a little bit of news rolling out. In fact, actually, I've got a new sponsor on the horizon that I'm super excited to share a little bit more details about. Also, if you're looking to print on demand in India, there is officially an option for you. Yes, there is an option. I was actually pretty ecstatic about that. Also, Simon & Schuster is finally being sold, and it's being sold to the owners of PublishDrive of all places. All that in the news for self-publishing of August the 14th of 2023. Let's go ahead and just jump right on into it here, folks. And we're going to start off very first thing here. Enter for a chance to win a Miblart Premium Book Cover Design Package worth $700. Now, right now, as of this recording, the drawing date is actually going to be on September 1st, but our last winner didn't claim his prize. I've been blowing up his emails, sent 3 different emails to this person. Clay, you got to respond. If you don't respond by tomorrow, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to give the formatting and layout design package from the last giveaway to somebody else. I have to make this video. And so if Clay doesn't respond, well, there's that. But the good news is anybody that's listening to this, go ahead and enter for your chance to win the premium book cover design package worth $700. This is the final part in the 4-part series with Miblart and the sponsorship. So make sure that you take advantage of that. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to continue to work with Miblart. So one of the best ways to help support that is enter for the giveaway. All right, let's move forward here. This actually comes from the fine folks over at Scribando. If you're not familiar with Scribando, they are a great resource for news in the self-publishing world when it comes to marketing, promotion, different avenues, tips, tricks, and all that type of stuff. Scribando's got what you need. I don't have an affiliate for this one. They give me free access so I can be able to give some of this hot news. So this very first piece of news that I'm sending over your way comes from the fine folks over at Scribando.com. A report finds YouTube more popular than TikTok for young book buyers. Say what? Okay, so I've been gushing about book talk all this time, but apparently, according to Nielsen, there actually is more influence on YouTube than there is TikTok. In fact, here are some of the numbers that were shared from November of 2022. So I really wonder what it's going to look like for this year. It revealed that in the Booksellers UK bestsellers chart, Nielsen said that 34% of people aged between 14 and 25 find new reads using the video platform YouTube. TikTok and Instagram were used by 32% and 27% of participants respectively, and online book retailer websites were visited by 33% of respondents. So this is a really interesting piece. By the way, all the links are, of course, going to be inside the show notes as per usual, so you can read this entire thing. It's got a lot of nerdy data just to kind of say to you that YouTube was reigning king for selling books over in November of 2022. I'm a little bit skeptical for how big and how huge Book Talk has come, because when you go into a Barnes & Noble store, there is now a dedicated section, at least in a few of the Barnes & Nobles I've been to, where there's a dedicated section for Book Talk. Freaking incredible. So let's see what the future holds. I hope YouTube stays the champion of this area, because I've always been partial about YouTube. It's a place I've actually grown a lot of my business. So, hey, I want to go over to this very next piece of news. This actually comes from the fine folks over at the Urban Writers. Now, I've actually known the founders of this company, good friends of theirs for the longest time. They are getting ready to launch a new cloud-based word processor with AI assistance integrated into it. Now, don't think this is a platform that you're just going to go and just shoot off a bunch of AI drivel, all right? No. They actually wholeheartedly believe that you as a human should be producing the content, and that AI is merely a way to optimize your process, to get it to where you edit and proofread, where you can be able to come up with an outline or even just fact check some stuff. And they actually have so much cool things. I'm going to send you on over to my affiliate link. However, it's not going to be available until after August the 28th is when it's going to be the launch date. Now, that is unofficially official. So if you want a little bit more details about Dibly Create, go on over to dalelinks.com/Dibly Create. I'm going to be sharing more about this because they are the fine sponsors of this channel starting later on this month. So just stay tuned to that one. I am really excited about this one, and I've been playing around with it for a while. Can't wait to share a little bit more details with you. All right, I shared and teased with you just a little bit about getting print-on-demand distribution in India. Yes, this actually comes from the folks over at PublishDrive, distribution platform, and they actually are looking at distributing through Repro India. Easy for me to say, right? They cater to a significant English content market through their print-on-demand distribution services. Repro India is a prominent Indian company in content solutions and publishing services. It collaborates with publishers, retailers, bookstores, libraries, and schools on a global scale to offer solutions that address the challenges of modern content publishing. I am really excited about this because this is the million-dollar question I've gotten probably since 2016 when I first broke into YouTube. A lot of people over in India want to know, hey, how do I get my books available in India? You've got a solution now. Now, PublishDrive, keep in mind, is a subscription-based service. They don't take any of your royalties. They give you 100% of your royalties, but what they do take is a monthly subscription fee. And so that subscription fee varies based on the number of publications that you distribute through their platform. If you want more details, go on over and visit PublishDrive.com, or you can even use my referral link of dalelinks.com/PublishDrive. Either way, just get on over there. You get more details about getting distribution there. Right now, they only offer paperback. They don't have any hardcover available, but knowing PublishDrive, they're probably going to continue to expand because these guys are just crazy. But anyway, the biggest news that came out over the last week has been the acquisition of Simon & Schuster. It's been purchased by a private equity firm called KKR for $1.62 billion. Billion. Yes. So, you may recognize this private equity firm of KKR because I think it was, it might have been in 2019, maybe 2020, that they bought Overdrive from Rakuten Kobo. Now, Overdrive is a library distribution model. Essentially, they distribute your ebooks and audiobooks to various libraries throughout the world. Like we're talking hundreds of thousands of different libraries and institutions that Overdrive distributes to. Well, not too long ago, actually earlier this year, Simon & Schuster was going to get picked up by another of the big five traditional publishing companies, but it was blocked in court for being antitrust, I believe is the word I'm looking for. Sorry, I'm not a legal person. I'm not a lawyer or anything else like that. All I know is it was blocked altogether. But KKR came in and bought that on up. This is great. Everybody can kind of breathe a sigh of relief. And is this big inside the world of self-publishing? Maybe. We'll see in due time, but I think this is big in the world of publishing to know that the big five traditional publishing is going to remain the big five publishing. It'll be interesting to see if this private equity firm is going to mix and match something with Simon & Schuster and Overdrive. I don't know what that could be. Stay tuned to this channel. If I found out any more details, I'll let you know. Coming from the fine folks over at Streetlib, another distributor here. Happy Labor Day weekend. We're excited to announce our Labor Day weekend promo happening from August 31st to September 4th in Canada and the US. This is your chance to showcase your book with promotional prices of $5.99 and less. So if you are distributing through Streetlib, you're going to want to, of course, click on the form and fill all that out. One thing I would recommend is if you are using Kobo Writing Life for distribution, if you don't have the promotional tab yet, make sure you request it through support. If you do, check it on a regular basis. I actually learned this through Mark Leslie Lefebvre's book called Wide for the Win, that you want to check in on a regular basis for promotions like this. So if you're not available through Streetlib, but you're using Kobo Writing Life, go right to the source. Go right over to Kobo Writing Life. They should have these available for you, so that way you can promote it. This next item comes from my good, ever faithful moderator and excellent friend, SD Houston, aka Shannon. Shannon is actually going to be running a very exclusive live broadcast. Everything you should know to start and build your author newsletter. Now, this is pretty big because Shannon actually has been kind of kicking this idea around. She more recently, speaking of kicking, it seems like just a perfect segue. She just successfully launched a Kickstarter campaign and had it fully fulfilled. I think she got triple the money that she was going for. So it was amazing. So you guys are in great hands with Shannon. She is fantastic. During this live, she's going to break down all the steps to starting your author newsletter and building your subscriber base. Much of this information will also apply to anyone who just wants to increase their reach. Then she'll move into ideas for automation sequences, a series of emails that send your new subscribers. And she'll end the presentation with talking about future strategies with updates to your subscribers, giving you ideas for what works for her and others. So, and she is very, very responsive. You're going to discover in her live broadcast that if you have questions, make sure you drop it on in there. Making a really weird shift, and I know it seems a little bit off topic, but I'm going to mention anyways. Google is officially updating their inactivity policy. If you have a Gmail account or any type of Google account that are you utilizing, if you are not utilizing it within 2 years, they're closing it down. So it seems like they've had enough of the people just using it and then just walking away. So just as a heads up, if you are not utilizing your Google associated platform, make sure that you are using it at least once within 2 years. And this next item here comes from the fine folks over at Written Word Media. This is going to be a workshop with Sarah Elizabeth Sawyer, where it's going to be top question fiction authors have about Native Americans, but you don't know who to ask. This is happening on August 24th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Fiction authors who want to write about Native Americans face a challenging minefield riddled with do's and don'ts and no clear answers. This is why author and writing instructor Sarah Elizabeth Sawyer created the Fiction Writing American Indians digital course. You're going to get a lot more details when you go over to that specific thing. And as a final reminder, folks, enter for your chance to win a premium cover design by the fine folks over at Miblart if you visit dalelinks.com/giveaway. Now, if for some reason you're late, guess what? I'm going to leave that giveaway link up because you never know. I might end up doing some more giveaways with Miblart or somebody else. So make sure that you enter. You can enter daily, by the way. Daily. All right, there's so many ways you can go ahead and enter, do as many as possible. I find that the common denominator for all the people that win, they've done more than just one entry. They're doing multiple, in fact, dozens of entries. So get in there, do at least once. I would recommend do as many times as you can and enter daily. That is all the self-publishing news for this week. What did you think of some of those items? Let me know over inside the Discord community when you visit dalelinks.com/discord. Till later, this has been Self-Publishing with Dale, and I'll catch you in next week's news. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. Special shout out to my channel members for both the podcast channel and the main channel. Without your support, some projects we do at Self-Publishing with Dale would be much harder to fund. If you want to contribute to the cause, visit dalelinks.com/memberships for details and get your on-screen shout out at the end of each broadcast. Till later, this has been Self-Publishing with Dale, and I'll see you soon.